Shalom, shalom. Ani Yehuda Hayorwa. I'm Judah the Shooter. And if this is your first time, definitely like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm known as Judah the Shooter because I shoot out scripture, information. I'm a straight shooter, and I'm not going to cut no corners. Now, that being said, once again, if this is your first time, definitely come to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. YouTube.com/Judah the Shooter. As you see, I've been doing the scriptures of the day. If you've been following, I've been saying for a while that I'll be doing like short videos as well, long videos as well. Some scriptures of the day, I did the Proverbs 31:30. I did another one, the Hebrew scripture today, John 14:6. I did another one about breaches, Exodus 28:42. Now, I did do another one that I realized just now at this very moment. I didn't even release it yet. It was on Luke 21 and 20, Luke 21:24. I did. So I'll be sure to put that one up after this one. Actually did it about the day after I put this video out. But anyway, I had seen a post, and the reason why I'm going to put this one first before the other one is because I seen a post. It's been going all over Facebook. I usually see it every year around this time. And I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. This video is not directed to anybody. This video is just for edification purposes, and that's so we can all understand. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Shout out to the person that made this. It goes by the name of Gary Moore. I don't know this person, but he mentioned something that I want to talk about. And he said Passover is mentioned 28 times in the New Testament. Easter is never mentioned. Why are we celebrating something unbiblical? Now, I definitely get where he's going with this. As we know, a bunny don't lay eggs, and of course, Easter is pagan and goes back to the goddess of Ishtar. Of course, this fertility, sex, deity. Of course. Anyway, we know that Easter is not a biblical concept, and nobody who would, of course, follow Christ, of course, would have never kept this custom. However, there is something that needs to be addressed though as well, though, because every now and then you'll have some so-called smart person that will come and say, oh, well, Easter is in the Bible. So let's go ahead and deal with this really quick. Let me share my screen again. Let me do a new share. Once again, it's youtube.com/Judah the Shooter. Definitely like, share, and subscribe. So in the Bible, in the book of Acts, chapter 12, verse 4, it says, and when he apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered unto him 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. All right. So who was he talking about? He was talking about Herod, of course, right here. So Herod was intending on bringing him in the presence of the people, or before the people, or to the public after Easter. All right. So Easter is in the Bible. But Christians, before you celebrate, like, oh, see right there, Easter's in the Bible. What's going on here? Is this the Easter with bunnies and eggs? Of course not. Is this the custom of Easter that you keep today? No. No, no. So we're first going to go into the Hebrew text, and then we're going to come back to Acts 12, and we're going to get some understanding on what is going on here. Because the word Easter, of course, is in the Bible. This is something I've been talking about over 10 years now. Okay? So, as you know, using my scripts of the day, I usually go into the Hebrew text, and we're going to go back in English. I'm going to do some translation. I'm going to keep it elementary, keep it simple for you guys. And yeah, we're going to get some understanding. So that being said, here we go. We're going to go here and here. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you already know, Hebrews read from right to left. Once again, subscribe, like, share, and subscribe at youtube.com/Judah the Shooter. Okay. So, here we go. So we have Maaseh, which is the root word asa, which means to do, or the acts. Ha, the, shelichim. This is what you know as the apostles. Apostles has the root word shalach, which means one who sent, of course. But it says Perek was the chapter. 10 plus 2 is 12. So the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 12 is where we're going. All right. Now, verse 4 is the verse that I want dealing with this word, because in your English text, we saw this word Easter. And when you go into the text, this is what it says here. Those who know Hebrew already know exactly what this says. So I'm going to give you an elementary breakdown overall of what is being conveyed here in this message. Acts 12. I guess I'll go back to 1. Okay. Once again, Hebrews read from right to left. It says, Be'et hahi shalach hamelech hordos et yado lehara la'anashim min hakahal. So at the time that Herod the king says sent or put forth or stretched forth his hand basically to do evil to the people from the crowd or from the church. All right, so here it is. They know at the time that who? Herod the king sent or stretched forth what? What did he stretch forth? His hand to the ra, evil, to do evil. La'anashim, dealing with the people. Men, which is from ha, the kahal, the crowd or the church. All right. Then it says the and you mate. Look at that. He killed, somebody died. So he killed who? Et Yaakov. That's technically the name for Jacob. All right. But a lot of people don't know there's also the same name for James. All right. So letting us know that he killed James, Achi, which is my brother, or dealing with brother, Yochanan, the brother of John. So let us know, and he killed James, the brother of John, Bechorev, with what? With the sword. All right. So here it is. King Herod did evil, of course, to the people and of the church. This is dealing with who? The believers. All right. Then it says the and yar. So the yar, dealing with and he saw kitov ha devar. So and he saw, then this is the word for good and the word for things. So he saw that it pleased, or it was pleasing, be and a, in the eyes, Hahudim, of the Jews. So here it is. He saw, so what he did, this evil, he saw that it was pleasing in the eyes of the Jews. Like yourself. Now, look at this, guys. This is the word for Joseph. All right. But Joseph also means something, dealing with an addition. Furthermore, all right. So Litposh, he caught or apprehended Gam also at who? Petros, Peter. So here we go. As we learn, guys, Herod, of course, was evil. What he did, he killed James, the brother of John, then with the sword. Then he also saw it was pleasing in the eyes of the Jews, and he caught Peter also, apprehended him. Then it says, V'ha Yamim Yemei. And then with the days of Chag, which is a festival, the feast, Hamitzot, the feast of what? Unleavened bread. This is very important because this is also what you see here. Then with the days of unleavened bread. All right. So you know how during Passover, you may see people eat matzots. All right. The crackers known as matzots. It's unleavened bread. All right. So here it is, as you see right here, time period. Unleavened bread. Because remember, whatever this Easter is definitely during the days of unleavened bread. Going somewhere with that, guys. So, letting us know, then with the days of unleavened bread, Chag, which is a festival, letting us know there's a festival. Ha, matzot. All right. Matzos, like the crackers. All right. Like the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So let's see what's going on here. Just giving you an elementary understanding of what's being said, guys. So it says, Vayochetz oto. So look, guys, remember we just learned here, days of unleavened bread, right? Now, here we go. It says, Vayochetz oto, and when he caught him or arrested him, or what the King James version say, apprehended him, he caught him up. All right. It says, Vayit Nehu. All right. So letting us know, Vayit Nehu. Let's continue. Bemish Mar. He put him in prison. All right. Locked him up. How do we know? Has the root word there. Hold on, wait, did it freeze up on me? There we go. Shamar. That word Shamar means to guard, protect, guard. All right. So here it is. He put him in ward, prison. All right. Vayim Serehu, and delivered unto him, and delivered, look at this, le'arba'ah, for mach lechot. Mach lechot, this is dealing with platoons or soldiers, if you will, shell of arba'ah, for. Then it has here anshe zava. This is dealing with military people, soldiers, if you will. All right, so here it is. He put him in prison, and it said, and delivered unto him 4 groups of basically soldiers, if you will. Then it says, le to shamar, guard him, to guard him, watch over him. All right, this is what Harad did. All right, what else did Harad do? Ki amar, for he said, leha aloto. Now this is incomplete here. This is dealing with to bring up, or bringing him before, in other words. But it's so let me continue here. Leha aloto achre, which is after. I'm gonna skip that word because we're gonna go over. Livnei ha'am, before the people. So he had intended to basically bringing him, Peter, to bringing him before the people, but after this word here. All right, which I'm gonna get to in a second. So as you go here, I believe, let's see what it says here. And he apprehended him, and he put him in prison, like I was telling you, and delivered unto him 4 coordinations of soldiers. Remember I said 4 groups or platoons of soldiers to guard him. Remember that? Intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. And that's what you see right there. That this is going to happen after this blank, before the people. Livnei ha'am. Livnei ha'am. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and tell you. This says the, and this says Pesach. The Pesach, guys. Ha-Pesach. The word there is Pesach. What is that? What's Pesach? Because that's the word that we read in the Hebrew New Testament. Pesach. Anybody know what Pesach is? What is Pesach? Do you know? Let's get some understanding and see. Let's go ahead and share my screen again. I have something in my eye. All right. Let's go back. We're going to come back to this, guys, because it's something I want to look at in English here. So Leviticus 23. I'll give you guys a second to get there. Leviticus 23. Matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. Leviticus 23. All right. I'll give you guys a second to get there. All right, so it says, B'chodesh harishon be'arba'ah asar. So letting us know here, it says, on the first month, be'arba'ah, in 4, asar in 10. So letting us know on the first, in the first month, on the 14th, Lechodesh of a month, Bain, which is basically in between. It lets us know what? Between what? Ha'arba'im. Ha'arba'im. Letting us know, dealing with the root word erev. Erev, which is dealing with evening, guys. Erev. It goes to say what? Pesach Yehoah. So letting us know that on the 14th day of the first month, guys, at evening is the Lord's Passover. Passover. Not the Jewish people, not the Jewish religion, but the Lord's. It's the Most High's. Pesach. Let's click on that. Look at what it says. Passover. Click on that. Passover. That's what that's dealing with. This is a festival of the Passover when you eat. All right. Pesach. Passover. That's what that's dealing with. Okay. So, once again, there we go. Okay. It says Bachodesh, which is in or on, Chodesh, the month, Harishon, the first. All right. So the first month. Be'arba'ah, which is the word for 4. Arsa, Asar, which is 10. Lechodesh, dealing with the month. Bain, which is a link between, of course, at or between. Ha'arba'im, twilight or evening. Pesach Le'Yahweh or Le'Yahuwah. It's the Lord's Passover. It's what's being said there. Then it goes on to say here, Uva Chamisha. This is the word, and the 5th, Asar, and 10, which is what? On the 15th, Yom, which is day, Lechodesh of the month, Chazeh, which is the same. So letting us know, and on the 15th day of the same month, it says Chag, which is the festival, Ha Mitzot. Yahweh, so it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Yahweh. So it's letting us know it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Lord. Then it says Shavat, 7, Yamim, days, Matzot, which is unleavened bread, Tokelu, you must eat. So 7 days you must eat unleavened bread is what is being said in this particular verse. So what I want to point out, notice here, Chamitzot, that's unleavened bread. All right. Matzah is the root word. All right. Remember we talked about matzot? Remember this? In Acts 12. I'm sorry, yeah, Acts 12 here. Chamitzot. Look at this. Matzot. Chag Hamatzot. The festival of the feast of unleavened bread. That's the same thing you read right here. Chag Chamitzot. Highlight it there. Highlight it there. The festival of the feast of unleavened bread. It's in Leviticus 23 and 6, Acts 12 and verse 3. See that, guys? Same thing. All right, I don't want to go too fast, but do you see that? Chag in Acts 12, and then Leviticus 23, Chag, same thing. Ha Matzot in Acts 12 and 3, and then Leviticus 23 and 6. Look at this, same thing. Ha Matzot. Same thing. So it's the festival of the feast of unleavened bread. Going back, when we looked here in Leviticus 23 and 5, remember this, guys? B'chodesh harishon be'arba'ah asar lechodesh bein ha'arba'im Pesach leYehoah. This word here, the word for Pesach. Pesach.
Strong's H, 6453.
Pesach.
Pesach.
I knew that's how they said Pesach.
Pesach.
And they got the different accent. Pesach. This is dealing with what? Passover. So Acts 12, guys, when you look at the 4th verse, the word for Easter is the Pesach, Passover. The Passover. It's what that says there, guys. That's literally what it says there. So Easter was not talking about bunnies and eggs. So when the guy, Mr. Moore, I think it's Gary Moore, when he said that, he was right. Easter is not biblical. All right. So, but I do know that some people would say, oh, it is right here. It says Easter here. So let me show you right here. Oh, wait, I forgot. Let me show my screen. My bad, guys. Call myself multitasking. Okay, so we're even going to go here. Let's look at, remember, this is Acts 12. All right. Maaseh, which is Acts, Hashlichim. All right, Acts of the Apostles, chapter, Perek, 12. Remember, guys, youtube.com/Judah the Shooter. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, here, where we at? First, I'm going to show you here in Leviticus 23:5. The Sach, go here. Boom. Passover. See that? Then we're going to go to Acts 12 in the 4th verse. All right. Here we go. HaPesach, the Passover. See, same thing. Passover. Take the definite article hey off. Boom. Same thing. Passover. Festival. Feast day. So Easter wasn't there, guys, in the original text. Now, when you go to, myself's going to go back there, Acts 12. Acts 12 here in verse 4 and 3. Acts 12, 3 and 4, it says, and because he saw that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread, guys. Let's click on that real quick. Then were the days of unleavened bread. Greek, see what it says.
Strong's G106, Adzamas. Adzamas.
Here we go. Here we go. Unleavened, i.e., uncorrupted. Look at this. The Passover week. Unleavened bread. See that? Now, when we look at the next verse, remember, Passover here was Pesach or Pesach, and Greek is Pasacha. We're going to look at that real quick. And days on bread, Easter, boom, Easter. Pascha or Pasacha. Let's click on it and see what it says.
Strong's G3957.
Pascha.
Pascha. Pascha.
So notice that word Easter said what in the Greek?
Strong's G3957. Pascha. Pascha.
Sounds a lot like the Hebrew word Pesach. Say it one more time.
Strong's G3957. Pascha. Pascha.
So look, notice it said that this word here, this Greek word Pascha, it says that this word is of Aramaic origins. Of what? Pesach. Isn't that this word right here, guys? Yes, surely is. Let's click on it. This Greek word, Pascha, because remember in English it said Easter, but in Greek it's Pascha, and then that word derives from Aramaic origins of Pesach. Let's click on it. This is the word where Easter comes from, which means what, guys? Passover. And that root word, this word Pesach comes from this word, Pasach. Pasach. Pasach.
Strong's H6452. Pasach. Pasach.
Look at this.
Second entry. Pasach. Pasach.
Look at this. Which means what? To pass over. See that? To skip over. Pass over. I may do a lesson on Passover too next. So, that being said, remember in Acts 12:4 had this Greek word, and what did it say?
Strong's G 3957. Pascha. Pascha.
This is what you know as Pesach. Matter of fact, let me do that real quick. Let me see if I can speak in it. Is it gonna let me do it? Wait, here we go. Pesach. Come on.
Faisa.
Pesach.
Pesach.
See? And what is that, guys? There's the word right there. Pesach. Look at this right here. At the bottom right there. See that? Passover. Let me zoom in for you. Look at that. Passover. Right there. That's what I just spoken. All right. Pesach. Pesach. I ain't say no hey Sarah. Don't do that.
Hey Sarah.
Stop that. Pesach.
Faisa.
I guess I'll just do it the ghetto way and type it. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me zoom here. All right, where we at? Hey. Where we at? Where we go? Samech. Boom. Passover. All right. Guess they can't really hear me because I'm using the mic already on this app and then trying to use that. So, Pesach, Passover. So when you look in the book of Acts, chapter 12, guys, if you have a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, look up the word Easter, and it'll tell you Passover in parentheses. So when you look at Acts 12:4, the word Easter in the Greek text was dealing with or referring to the Passover. When you go into the Hebrew New Testament, it's Passover. When you look this word up, it's Passover. All right, which is a festival, a feast day during the first month. All right. So hopefully this was helpful. Is there anything else I want to bring? Oh, well, once again, like, share, and subscribe. YouTube.com/DudeTheShooter. Once again, I did do another Hebrew scripture of the day. It was dealing with Luke 21:24. And I'll be going over that as well. So long story short, when we saw this here, the person Gary Moore said Passover is mentioned 28 times in the New Testament. Easter is never mentioned. Technically, it is mentioned, though. So another reason why I did it. Easter is mentioned, but not the custom of Easter. It's never mentioned is what people should say. All right, so Easter's never mentioned. Why are we celebrating something unbiblical? So when I know what he's referring to, dealing with bunnies and eggs, dyeing the Easter eggs. Guys, just go and look up the origins of Easter. The origins of Easter. Learn about Ishtar. All right. And you will see that the custom of Easter isn't biblical. All right. It's a pagan ritual, a satanic ritual. So when you got your kids doing Easter egg hunting, dyeing eggs in Easter baskets, saying it's for the kids, they're partaking in a satanic ritual. Don't take my word for it, though. Look it up. Do your research. And if you're one who believes in Christ, then okay. Let's follow Christ then. Easter is not biblical, meaning the custom. It's not biblical. The word Easter is recorded one time in the Bible in Acts 12:4, and that was referring to Pesach or Pascha, Passover. And it was during the days of what? Chag Mitzot, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, so that being said, all praise to the Most High, name is only begotten beloved Son. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Lehitoriot, see you later. Shalom.